I love this. I love this little intro we got going on. Welcome
to it every time.
We should. Welcome to Michigan Golf Review. I'm Pat Evans. With me is Zach Guy. We are coming at you. We're now old hat in this podcasting thing, I think. You know,
I feel very rehearsed and ready to go.
I hope so. I mean, we're still ironing out wrinkles, everybody, but that's okay. That's what happens early on in a podcast life. It's okay. Today we're going to be talking a lot about golf tourism. You know, I have not done any of this yet. I have not gone on a specific golf trip. I'm excited for the day I get to do that. Zach, you've been on several.
It's an adventure and something you need to prepare for. We should probably do a separate episode where we talk about preparing for a weekend golf trip, like what you're getting yourself into. I think
like
it's worth
that.
it. Yeah.
I like that.
But not today. We have something else today.
We have something totally cool today that it doesn't even have, I mean, it does have a lot to do with golf trips. Actually, yeah. Anyway, I have taken trips for other reasons, and I think one thing to note is Experience Grand Rapids, which gets out the word on how many cool things is happening in Grand Rapids and really boosts our hotel room usage here. And they've done a lot, and they're starting to do more with golf, and I think that's exciting. And so today we're bringing in Mr. Ed Wilson, who's the general manager of the Country Inn and Suites by Radisson. It's right there on the Beltline in 96, perfectly centrally located for somebody who wants to come and have a golf trip and play a bunch of great courses. And coincidentally enough, Ed has started multiple packages where you can come, buy a night or two at the hotel and get a bunch of rounds of golf for not free because you're paying for it, but all included together.
All included.
And so that's pretty fun. And so we're going to give him some love here with an interview. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think? If you didn't live in Grand Rapids, Zach, would this be somewhere you would come to play golf?
Yes, and we get into some of the reasons why in the interview with Ed, and I see a lot of chatter about some of these courses like Pilgrim's Run in the Mines. Y'all have probably seen the video online of the Mines. These courses get a lot of chatter online, so I think our cachet in the golf world is raising up, and some of the courses that are in the package we've reviewed on this channel before,
including
like,
Thornapple Point. And the Planes, Trains, and Automobiles course that I just love that nickname.
Yep.
And then the ones we haven't, we'll be doing probably this summer because they're the bigger public courses that people will want to know about, and so we'll get to those. But for now, let's jump into the interview with Ed. Awesome. And now we're welcoming in Ed Wilson, the general manager of the Country Inn and Suites by Radisson, out there at 96 in the Beltline. It's a perfect central location for you, I'm sure. But yeah, we're just going to hop right into it. I mean, you have a couple great golf packages, and I just want to know, where did that idea come from, and why was it a smart thing for you to do?
Started years ago, had a relationship with Jeff O'Malley, who ran the Pilgrim's Run golf course north of town, and he was having people come that wanted to play his course that were looking a place to stay, and I was more than willing, being that I run a hotel, I'm happy to take that business, and it just kind of grew from there. And as the demand started to grow, whatever, I worked with Experience Grand Rapids at promoting as much as they could, and as it kind of took off from there. And then obviously when COVID hit, golf went crazy all over. So that has really been a big thing for us. So yeah, it's been really good.
I guess just kind of building on that, what makes West Michigan Golf special so much that it's a tourism destination for people? I mean,
I think that we have so many really, really good courses. Public courses. I have 8 in the package, which are all kind of on the upper end courses that are in the area, but there's a number of them that I haven't added to the package yet. But there's so many different options. I think the number one thing is you got a lot of options to play really good courses in the area. And obviously they're the same level as what you might play at Treetops or someplace up north, but you're in a city where you can go, eat at some great restaurants. There's great bars, casino just south of town that a lot of the golf groups will hit. I actually have a fair amount that like to do like a Whitecaps game after they play golf during the day. there's just a lot of options. And actually, I got a couple of different ladies groups that come every year. They go to the lakeshore, do a little something, and they're just something else for different people to do besides golf or in addition to golf. So that's been a big plus.
Awesome.
I've played up at treetops and at Boyne before, and one of the biggest problems after you get done with the round is where do you find food? There's not a ton of food options around, and you're right, Grand Rapids has so many options right
For
around.
sure.
And the courses in the package are great, like Quail Ridge, Thornapple Point, the Mines, Pilgrim's Run, Diamond Springs. I know I'm missing some, but those are some excellent area courses.
Yeah, we try to promote that. Um, I, Pilgrim's Run is the best, so they're kind of the leader of it all. Plus, they've done a lot. They go to the golf show in Novi, and they've actually did Chicago in years past just to promote their course. So they're the biggest draw, and it just works out great. Now I have people who come from the Detroit area and Chicago, so having the courses like Thornapple and Quail Ridge is kind of heading from that direction. And then I've got the ravines that's on the package. So if you come to Chicago, that's one they'll hit either on the way in or the way out of Grand Rapids. So it's been a great partnership with those 8 courses that I have.
Why? I guess there could be other hotels that do it, but why isn't this a bigger thing for hotels to do in this area?
Honestly, it's just a lot of work. If you think of wrangling, I've got one group that's 50 golfers, so it's one person that's in charge of it,
Wow.
but they got to put it together. Then they email me. I email the courses, hey, do you have room for 50 golfers? No, they don't this day. So then I got to pick another course. Sometimes it's, 15 emails back and forth till I get the thing set. So, um, and the hardest thing, and I've tried to kind of cater more to the bigger groups, but I've got 2 golfers that want to play on a weekend. It's a lot of work for just one guest room. I'm in the hotel business first. I'm not gaining a lot by the golf package other than I'm getting hotel rooms. But if I could just get hotel rooms without doing the golf, it'd be a whole nother thing. But I'm a golfer, so it's really easier for me to talk to these guys. They're interested in what's the course like, and there's a lot more questions. So if you just call the regular hotel, they're not going to that front desk person isn't going to know about golf necessarily, and it just makes it fits for my hotel and fits for me, and it's great because I know all the golf pros and it works out, and I play occasionally, and sometimes they'll it's good to recognize that I've been there and I can explain that to the golfers. It's really worked out great for my property.
That sounds. I mean, it sounds like a great deal for you. I mean, a passion project, really, more than anything
Sure,
almost.
absolutely.
um, yeah, I guess you talk about playing yourself. I mean, where do you like to play, and what are the best courses that you're excited every time you get out to?
I always enjoy Pilgrim's Run. Again, my opinion, one of the best in the area. So I play there a few times a year. Then I really enjoy Quail Ridge, kind of on the south end of town. That's a great course. Actually, a hidden gem that I love to play is the Links at Bowling Lake, kind of out towards the Greenville area. But that's a wonderful course. So we have so many options. And a couple of groups that I play with, will bounce around and do different courses every weekend. I'm not a member. I do play in a league at one course, but it's we just like to go around to the different courses. So it depends on who you're playing with, what day, and where you might want to go. But we just bounce around. So
Yeah, you got anything
What's
to say?
yeah, what would you say is like the big reason? Because okay, let me preface it by saying this: when I'm online and I see people chattering about where to go on a golf destination trip or where they're looking at playing and they're seeking feedback, Pilgrim's Run comes up a ton, but also Diamond Springs and the Mines, kind of all those DeVries courses.
yeah.
What do you think is the reason for that? Is it proximity to people in the area, or why are people noticing these particular courses in a place where they're also talking about Stream Song or Bandon Dunes or Pinehurst or these other major destination locales?
I don't know if we would compare to Brandon Dudes or some of the. I mean, they got great courses, but that's a different level. Um, I think Pilgrims has done such a good job promoting their location or their course as kind of a destination, and it is because it's not. I mean, it's more than a half hour out of Grand Rapids, but um, that's one of those. If you go there, there's nothing else around there, so you got to come back or you got to keep going, Tullymore or something north. I have some groups that do that, but um, I think the biggest thing is Experience Grand Rapids has recognized, and they a number of years ago kind of grew this idea that Grand Rapids has opportunities for being outside, whether it's biking, hiking, skiing, golf, all kinds of things. So they've really picked up on that, and their promoting of golf has just really helped me and all the golf courses around here. So that's really, I think, the biggest thing is they're promoting it. The individual golf courses will have it on their website that we have a package, and that helps. But we need to Experience Grand Rapids to do what they do to just promote our area, and West Michigan and Kent County has really been phenomenal. So
Yeah. That's part of our goal here too, is really spread the word about West Michigan golf to either a new audience or an audience that hasn't played golf before in general. That's kind of what our mission is too. We're all
there
about.
is so many people that do golf. Like I have two groups that we go up north or we go this way or that way. And we've gone to Indiana where they go to different places every year. So just getting Grand Rapids or Kent County and in that rotation of, well, we did Treetops, we've done
Hmm.
Kalamazoo, Gold Lake, we've done wherever. Just if we can get Grand Rapids in that rotation, it'd be phenomenal for not just my hotel, but some of the guys will book their own tee times or whatever. So they're thinking Grand Rapids, but destination wise, like Boyne and some of those things, it's hard to compare the golf, but having the opportunity to me put it together for somebody, I think that, people like that. They just want that. Like you said, they
Yeah.
want something else to do besides golf.
And
No,
and
and I
let's be honest, if you're coming from Chicago or Detroit, Grand Rapids is a little bit closer than going all the way up to the top of the Lower Peninsula. Just putting that out there, folks.
For sure. That's a good point. Yeah.
no,
I'd
and it is.
rather go 3 hours than six for
Yeah.
sure. Yep.
And yeah, I mean, Experience Grand Rapids does just a great job of packaging all of the things we have to do to to that point of, okay, yeah, you're coming here for golf, but you can also do a beer tour at night if you wanted to. And
Yeah.
the way they're Doug and the team over there does things is great. And I love that golf is now one of the focuses. I guess talk about that. I mean, how do we get more attention on Michigan golf, Grand Rapids golf outside of Michigan? Like what as people who've traveled for golf, both of you, I have not yet. I'm newish to golf, but will be. But how do you get the message out to people saying, "Hey, we're a good, place to come"? As
It's amazing. I've got a few groups. I had one that came from Texas and are coming back. But you get in a plane and think of Grand Rapids as the place to come to golf. It's really interesting. I think a lot of the long drive or long distance golf groups also think of more than just our area. They're also playing American Dunes or
Oh
Arcadia
yeah.
Bluff along the
sure,
Lake Shore. They'll actually do 2 or 3 nights here and then keep going. Might end up at Boyne or something. So had a couple of groups that did that from Canada, like they were kind of making the loop around Michigan and keep going back up into it's amazing. But I think those are diehard golfers that are looking for options and what might make sense for their group. So I don't know how you do that outside of our area, um, but it's got to be in combination of everything we have to offer. I mean, Lakeshore, if you want to spend a day or a couple of days, we got lake that's just phenomenal, so you can't beat that. So
what where was I going with that question? I had another question. Oh, LPGA Tour when it's in town, do you see a spike in people coming to town just for that, or golfing around that, or anything, or is that just kind of on its own?
that's another great thing to help sell golf in our area. Um, that event brings a lot of hotel rooms to town. So it really hurts that time. I can't do many golf packages because I got a lot of LPGA players and NBC comes in. There's a lot of people that are already taking up rooms that week. Well, really more the weekend, but I think it's a big plus for us. Just they talk about Grand Rapids and you know, Blythefield Country Club, what a course. If you ever get an opportunity to get on that one, that's phenomenal. So,
Awesome.
Yeah, you kind of mentioned some of the special aspects of golf in West Michigan, and I think there's a couple features of West Michigan golf and Michigan golf in general, I guess, that pop into mind. And I wonder if you agree with this or if you have other things that you think are amazing aspects. One is in June, we just get like the late sunsets. It's really awesome that you can golf until after 10 o'clock sometimes, and you can start at 6:30 in the morning. And I'm just not aware of another place in the country where you can do that personally and have such good golf. The other would be just the quality of the courses that use like local grasses and local course management tactics. We don't have these courses that have the specialized grass that needs 10,000 gallons of water every minute in the summertime. And you can have a wonderful course in July and not run into sprinklers. What are your thoughts on those
yeah,
aspects?
I think that the daylight thing is huge. I had one group that played, that wanted to play on it was a weekday, I think. They wanted to get 3 rounds in a day. And I don't know anybody that's ever done that before, but they were coming from out of town and that was their goal. I said, well, let's get you the first tee time and we'll get the second and you just go as many holes as you can. And that was their goal for that, you know. That's phenomenal. And you're right, whatever June 20th or whatever the date is, that the longest day they can make a plan, you know. So
Yeah,
um, it is phenomenal. Even those courses that might have leagues, people can still get out after league and play 9 holes because
yeah,
it doesn't get dark till 10, whatever. So that's really a big plus. I think the quality of the courses, I don't know about grass or the different sand bunkers and whether it's sandstone, all these different things, that there are so many really nice courses and they all do their own special thing, whether it's Thornapple Point with the trains, the planes, the boats that are on the Thornapple River right next to them. You got all that, and Quail Ridge, another great course. So I can't argue. I think we are so lucky to have such a wide variety of the type of courses, and the quality has just been great.
yeah.
Uh,
I saw a chart recently that showed the availability of tee times on public courses versus population in the area. And if like down here in the negative categories, like the East Coast or in the South, where you just have to fight for tee times, and they got people reselling tee times. Michigan is up there, and you can pretty much get on whenever you want. You might run into some trouble on Saturday and Sunday mornings, but
Sure.
the availability of tee times on absolutely top level courses in this area, I'm not sure there's much competition in the country.
I would agree. It is getting busier and busier. Those
Mhm.
great courses, and I think we've had a drop off in the what's the right word? I don't want to say lesser quality. The neighborhood courses in our area, we've lost a lot of them.
yeah, we
Housing has
Yeah.
have.
taken over. English Hills, Graceville is now 18 holes rather than 36. And, there was a number of courses that have gone, and that hurts because there's less people playing in leagues, and obviously more people still want to play. So it does make a difference. But we are so lucky. When I even talk to people about the prices of the courses, you think these
Yeah.
guys coming out of Chicago or Detroit, they're paying closer to $200 a round, and
Wow.
we're well under 100 in most of the courses. So that's the big plus, is they are shocked at the price. You go to Boyne, you're pushing $200 for your 18 holes. We're half that. Really nice.
A weekend of golf with a stay for under $500. You can't beat that, especially good quality golf. Like these courses are worth every penny, and you're just getting an absolute steal.
Yeah, and plus you can do, like you said, the restaurant at night or go to a Whitecaps game or whatever,
Yeah.
and you got a little more entertainment yet in the day, assuming that you're able to get out and check the downtown scene if you wanted, or wherever. There's lots to do, so it makes it a lot of fun with the groups that I deal with. And obviously most of them are guys, and they're golf focused, but they like something more. And tend to be drinkers, but that's okay. They're looking at the beer scene, and it doesn't hurt us at all to be able to mention Founders. I think most of the guys, oh yeah, that's right. They want to go check that out, and we got so many breweries and ciders, and we got all kinds of options, so it's good.
Yeah. And Grand Rapids has a thriving conference scene. So
Yeah.
there's your mask if you need to tell someone where you're going to be for the weekend. There's a conference in Grand Rapids I'm headed to and would be gone all weekend. I might come home drunk, but I'll see you Monday.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I love it. I'm going to have to come I live a mile down the road, Ed, but I'm going to come stay and then go golf, I think is what I'm going to do,
Perfect.
But yeah, I mean, I just, ever since we met, last summer talking golf, I just was like, we got to have him on early on and help him however we can too. Hopefully your program keeps growing and you keep getting more and more golfers coming to Michigan just for your hotel.
Yeah, thank you. We hope it keeps growing. You mentioned that connection with Pilgrim's Run and the mines and Diamond Springs. Did you see that video that was posted, that no layup?
I was going to ask
Yes.
if you met those
Yes.
guys.
I didn't meet the guys, but I've had a lot of golfers call because of that.
it, yeah.
And I know that the golf pros at those three courses love the fact that they got that promotion. But it was a neat thing to look at, and they did a neat job as kind of explaining the whole course and how much fun they had, and that's exactly the promotion we can use, for our area. That's for sure. So
It's true.
Yeah.
I used to play at the mines quite often, and on three different occasions in the same season after that video came out, I got matched up with individual people who had driven to Grand Rapids just to play the mines specifically because of that video. And that's just awesome. Awesome stuff.
it was really cool. Speaking of
Yeah.
the mines, did you hear they just opened a par 3 course there?
Yes, I have not played it yet. I haven't eaten at the new restaurant either.
Yeah, the new restaurant just opened. Yeah, the restaurant is awesome looking. I was there when it was cold, so they have a really nice heated patio area also. It's
Oh,
going to be
yes.
really cool. But they have 3 holes that you have, I think, 4 different tee boxes to play these 3 holes, different areas, and it sounds really interesting. They're calling it the Pit, so I can't wait to try
Love
the
it,
par 3
yeah.
out. It should be cool.
We'll have to get
Yeah.
out there, Zach, and review it.
We got some work to do, Pat.
We sure do.
Well, if you need a third, I'm in. Just let me know.
Well, we have a third host, so you could be our fourth.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And-
Round it out.
Yeah.
Great.
Perfect. Well, thanks so much for joining us, Ed. This has been a hoot, and hopefully we'll have you on again soon, and we can talk more about the packages being amazing.
Love to. Thank you very much. Have a great day, guys. Thank you.
You too.